We filmed over a year to find out what life is really like in one of our secondary schools.
There comes a tipping point. I'm going to have to ask him to leave.
For good.
For the teachers...
Yes! Let's have a massive yes 7-4.
And the kids.
If he doesn't apologise, he's going to spend the rest of his natural life in detention.
At the very start of adult life.
Like my eyebrows. Should have done my eyebrows on.
It's 8:45, and Year 11 Musharraf has been called to Mr Mitchell's office to discuss a recent incident he was involved in.
Hello?
Hold on, miss.
Musharraf has had a severe stammer since childhood.
Do you want to help or not?
Oh, no.
No. You're not to be frightened of me. Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's it like getting through school with a stammer?
Hard.
Morning, all right? Morning.
Musharraf's speech has recently been getting worse.
He's had periods where it's been barely discernible, but then whenever he suffers any form of setback, that's transformed itself into barely being able to articulate his ideas and thoughts at all, and that was something that we were confronted with.
You may remember at Parents' Evening, we sort of spoke to you and said, you know, if we can get a couple of perfect weeks out of you, then you could have your prefect jumper back.
The difficult decision was taken to relieve Musharraf of his prefect's jumper because he did something stupid. There was an altercation between a couple of students. As a result, a lot of posts were made on Facebook, and Musharraf's in particular was particularly offensive. So we told him that we weren't happy for him to represent the school in any official capacity, and his confidence was knocked massively.
The next day from that, Mr Harsey and Mr Chowdhury both mentioned to me that you hadn't been great in their lessons.
His stammer got worse. He practically turned into a selective mute. And we looked at ourselves and thought, do you know what, we did that. So we've got to get this kid's self-esteem back up there and put things in place for him.
You took the knock of losing your prefect jumper, and you've got better on the back of that, and that needs to be recognised and needs to be commended. OK, so you keep going as you are doing, you keep working hard, jumper back, photo done, can go in your college application, and there'll be a personal letter there from the head teacher.
How does that sound?
Yeah?
Is that good? Is that good then?
Yes, sir.
The thing that we really want for him more than anything else is for him to be able to leave here, hold his head up high and say, I've overcome a lot of challenges. Bye, Mushy.
Yeah.
Nice laugh.
One member of staff who has a close relationship with Musharraf is his English teacher, Mr Burton.
What am I going to say?
An assistant head at 29, he's known for getting results out of Thornhill's hard-to-reach students.
I remember putting my choices in this search engine thing, and I think it turned out gravedigger, doctor, and something else useless. Not that gravediggers and doctors are useless, but I can't do with death and I can't do with injections, so I thought teacher will have to do. OK, good people, we're going to make a start. We're going to read the book. We're doing a bit on Gothic horror, the genre today. So, what do I mean by the word genre?
Type.
Yeah, the type. Good lad. Right, brilliant. I've taught Musharraf since year 7. His contribution is absolutely wonderful. He could be completely forgiven for not putting his hand up and for not wanting to communicate in any way, shape or form, but he doesn't. And for 5 years he hasn't done. What is it, Musharraf? Tap it out.
100 and... yeah, and...
I think in his mind, he's kind of expecting it if he puts his hand up and bravely does this, that in some kind of almost Hollywood moment, his stammer's just going to disappear like that.
51.
Good lad, well done. 151. And I want to talk to you about your speaking and listening tasks in English.
On top of his English lessons, Mr Burton is giving Musharraf extra help outside the class. Today, he wants to talk to him about an important part of his English GCSE, the speaking exam.
It's 20% of your final English mark. It's called an individual extended contribution. For his GCSE qualification, there is an element where he'll have to perform a speech and he'll have to maybe answer some questions related to that speech. And unfortunately, if he can't speak anything coherently, then it makes it very, very difficult to give him any mark whatsoever. You're an intelligent lad and you'll do well in the other parts of your course. Nice, pleasure. I want to make sure that you're going to get the marks that you deserve. When we get onto the controlled assessments, just put everything into those. Every I is dotted, every T is crossed, every semicolon that you can use is in there, and then we should be able to form a decent picture of how you're going to do. I am concerned about Mushraf. His speech is probably at one of the lowest ebbs that we've seen, and I think that's influenced a lot by the fact that his GCSE exams are coming up, discussions around college places and what you do next and all that stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Absolute pleasure, Mushraf. Absolute pleasure. I think it certainly plays on his mind and will naturally make it worse.
We will have failed Musharraf if he does not leave this school ready for the next stage, a more articulate, more confident and more well-rounded person.
What's the master plan?
There's Section A and Section B. How many colours do you think you need?
3. 7.
You know when you're losing the will to live so much that you start nearly throwing up?
With Musharraf lacking in confidence, Mr. Burton has suggested he go to talk to his year head, Mrs. Crowther.
Yeah. Come in! It's got to be one of yours I can't see over the door. Someone who's scared. Oh, for goodness sake.
It's me.
Musharraf.
What you predicted, how many GCSEs is to see?
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, if you'd have left, you wouldn't have got them.
When he was in Year 7, I can remember him coming into our office and he found it tremendously difficult to speak. He was incredibly badly teased to the point where he wanted to move school. So we clamped down on that teasing straight away and we spoke to him and his family at length and put that off, if you like. And he's just absolutely flourished. This school is just his safety net. Can you believe that you're leaving soon?
I don't want nervous, Steve.
I know.
Are you nervous at all about going on to college? What is it that you're worried about?
It's now midway through term. Year 11 are in their final weeks of school and are starting to make plans for moving on. To help ease his anxiety about leaving Thornhill, the school have arranged for Musharraf to meet a tutor from the college he's hoping to go to.
All he really mainly needs to know is that there is going to be somebody there, like as kind to him as we have.
Right, OK.
And we've been able to look after him and he knows we don't put him under any pressure. When you get to know him, sometimes you know that you have to let him you have to let him speak, and then other times you know that you haven't got time and we have a laugh and we just say, oh, I haven't got time to listen to you and I'm going to have to finish your words. But
hello,
Musharraf, it was just a question of introducing you to Ben, just so that when the interviews come up, you feel a bit more
calm.
Yeah, a bit more calm, a little bit more at ease, and then Ben can give you a little bit of insight into, you know...
Into Huddersfield.
Into Huddersfield. Everything about Huddersfield, not just the college, of course.
Everything about Huddersfield. Well, I live in Huddersfield.
Oh, OK.
Where do you live?
What's going on inside your head when the words don't come out?
It feels like
Paul.
Don't worry about it. You live in Dewsbury?
Yeah. I do.
It's understandable that at the interview you're gonna feel nervous, because everybody does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
OK. But you've still got to try.
Yeah.
You know, we're not having you getting lazy on us.
No.
Well, nice to meet you, Mushy.
Oh. Yes. Oh, come on.
Come on, you know him now.
Yeah. Come on. It was nice to meet you too.
Great stuff. Well done.
Oh, I feel like giving you a round of applause after that.
Mushy, just pass me a tissue, man. It doesn't take much.
It doesn't take much. Yeah, an absolute star. I'm going to go now because I feel stupid. It's just, I can only say, working in this place is like extreme highs and lows. There's bloody nothing in between.
We are doing a bit of poetry. Oh, I hate poetry. Poetry's crap. It's crap poetry. Oh.
I don't like poetry, man, because I can't even speak.
OK, good people. The more we talk, the more I can't get through the stuff, and the more you will fail spectacularly. Right, sir? At life, not just English, at life. The old lie, dulce et decorum est, pro patria mori. It is sweet and right to die for your country. What point is the poet making about war, do you think, Mushy?
It's a... It's a bad place to be.
Spot on, yeah. Mushy, I need to see you just after the lesson for a minute.
What there?
For Musharraf to get into college, he's got to get a C in English. His speaking exam is in 2 weeks' time.
If you can jot a few notes down.
Yeah, speech.
Yep. Which seems to be absolutely fine when you say the word speech.
Speech, yeah.
The irony there, eh? Just jot a few notes down, or half a side or something like that, that you can read out tomorrow, and we'll try a few different techniques. All right?
Yeah.
Good lad.
Yes, sir.
Cheers, Mushy. See you later. It is ridiculous because it's 20% of his grade that he will struggle to even access. It's Matthew Burton from Thornhill Community Academy. Hello, how are you? I'm all right, thank you. I think what we have to do is we have to speak to people he's been working with in the past and liaise with his speech therapist. Do our own little bits of research, really.
If you ask him to speak and it's a bit noisy in the background, that's going to be easier for him
Yeah.
than if it's completely silent.
He's a great teacher, and he is those kind of teachers who help the student in time of need.
At the end of the day, we can't speak for him. I've never taught a stammer as severe as Musharraf. We'll have to get through it. At the moment, I'm not sure how we can. You smug-faced crowds with kindling eye who cheer when soldier lads march by. Mushy, have you got something to say?
Oh, yeah, yes.
One sec, we'll come to you next, Jed.
As the class prepare to go after their crucial C grades, Musharraf could still fail at the first hurdle.
Take time.
Trying to say that you don't understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Spot on.
His speaking exam is fast approaching. He will have to make a 10-minute speech about a subject of his choice.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you're doing stuff like this, you just have to think, what do I know most about?
Yeah.
Mr. Burton has asked teaching assistant Miss Lee to run extra practice sessions in a final effort to build his confidence.
I'll just
Try.
And
I quite deliberately didn't stare at him, and then occasionally I would look at him and encourage him a bit. It just gets, I think because he was thinking about what he wanted to say, he couldn't make himself do it.
Yeah. If it's just chunks of words and kind of stems of words and so it's very difficult to mark that.
oh, hello, miss, how you doing?
I'm all right, Mushy. Come in.
That's where we are. It's a bit of a difficult situation to be in, really. We're a little bit stumped.
So what are you up to?
I think miss, I'm just stressed out with that exam.
Why?
I don't know, miss, because I keep on thinking that I'm gonna fail, you know.
Right. Stop thinking that you're going to fail. Sit down. If you go into that exam knowing that you've done all the work you possibly can do, then nobody can ask any more of you, Musharraf, can they?
Yeah.
So don't be too hard on yourself, Musharraf. Right?
Yes, miss.
You need to start believing in yourself a little bit more. Don't you? That you can do it. Because you can.
Allahu Akbar.
It's the week of Musharraf's speaking exam, and Mr. Burton is giving him a final coaching session.
So, the fact that you wrote, so how am I going to do the speaking exam? I can't even speak.
Yeah.
It tells us that we've got one or two roadblocks in the way, haven't we, really?
It's his last chance to get Musharraf speaking fluently.
If I give you something to read out,
Yeah.
we're not that interested in what you're saying at the moment, are you? It's just kind of the mechanics of
Yeah,
putting it together.
Yeah.
Shall we go for that poem there, The Moment?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, I am your audience.
Okay.
Tap it out as much as you need. Sing it if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll
Do you want me to face you or turn away from you?
Oh.
Face you? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Breath, nice and loud, nice and proud. Can we, right, one thing, and it's only because I watched the King's speech quite recently, all right?
Okay.
One thing he does, right, because it's a very similar thing to you, in that he just can't get the words out. But one thing he does do is he makes him listen to some music, right? And then when he's listening to the music, gets him to do it again.
Okay.
So have you got your phone with you?
Yeah.
Right, just plug it into mine. I'll put you some awful music on.
Okay.
Right? Right, you ready?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah?
Okay, that's right.
Go for it. 1, 2, 3.
The moment when, after many years of hard work and a long voyage,
Is it too loud? A bit loud.
That I own this. It's the same moment when the trees unloose their soft arm from around you, the birds take back their language, the cliffs
Fisher.
The cliffs fissure and collapse, the air moves back from you like a wave and you can't breathe.
What? Pause.
No,
Carry on.
No, they whisper, you own nothing. You were a visitor time after time, climbing the hill, planting the flag, proclaiming we never belong to you. You never found us, it was always the other way round.
Bloody hell. That's insane.
Yes, sir.
Did that feel good? Did it sound...
Yeah.
Do you feel confident? That's
yeah.
Can I go get Miss Lee? Stay there. Good lad. Can I borrow you, Miss Lee, for a second? Right, our poet extraordinaire, right? You ready?
Yeah. When the trees unloose their soft arm from around you, the birds take back their language, the cliffs fissure and collapse, the air moves back from you like a wave and you can't breathe. You never found us, it was always the other way round.
What an unbelievable thing that is.
That must be one of the best things in your life, actually, for the first time.
I genuinely didn't think it would work, but amazingly it did.
How did it feel to be speaking fluently?
on, well done.
Nice.
Ta-da. Cheers, Mushy.
I'll see you in a bit. Got some on our flipping.
Nailed it. You nailed it.
Spoke.
I feel better with speech therapy.
I prefer the Mushy whisperer than... The elation of the moment was wonderful, but just because he can put some earphones on and he can speak quite fluently doesn't mean that he's going to go on and get an A-star grade. He has still this exam to do.
Mr. Burton turns his attention elsewhere.
Hey there, wonder where you were.
Musharraf's speaking exam is imminent.
And remember, this is just like a, practice. All right? Is that too loud?
Oh, yeah, so that's a bit loud.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just a casual observer, just watching, just listening, all right?
Okay.
He's chosen to talk about his stammer.
Okay, let's start. This is my stutter. I have had this problem since the age of 5. I find it sometimes hard to speak, but if I stay calm, then the words come out themselves.
The speaking exam for Musharraf is incredibly stressful. It's the part that he's been worrying about for year on year on year.
When I get nervous, I need to stay calm at all times.
So the only people in there are a colleague, so a couple of teachers, Musharraf, and I mean, you're not allowed in there. Nobody else is allowed in there, purely so that he can do his very best. Ready? Let's go. Let's do it. Nervy?
Yeah.
It is an assessment, but I want you to chill out, deep breaths.
Yep.
Do your very, very best, OK?
Musharraf has completed his speaking exam.
Bet you didn't think you could have done that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of yourself, you ought to be.
Sir. Come on.
It's fine.
Sir, I appreciate all of the help you are giving me.
And I appreciate the help you're giving yourself. It's superb.
yes.
Really impressed with you. Really proud of you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Keep it up and you'll be an opera singer by the end of the year. Good lad.
Musharraf has been called to Mr. Mitchell's office.
Hi, Musharraf. Have a seat. You're right.
He's due to find out whether or not he'll be given back his prefect's jumper.
I know how much it hurt you when the jumper was taken off you.
Yeah.
I think the fact that you lost it, I think, is as much a lesson as you getting it back, because it teaches you a couple of things. The first being that it's important to treat people how you'd want to be treated and to think about things you say before you say them. And the second one is that hard work and doing the right things is recognised.
OK. We have decided that we are going to give you your jumper back. OK? Because we want you to finish your time here as a prefect and not just as another student in Year 11. You happy with it?
Yeah.
Right, get that manky blue one off. There you go. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Feels good? Excellent. Welcome back on board.
See you, Mushy.
Right then, sir.
Oh, bless.
Right then, miss.
He's somebody who arrived with a bad stammer and with not a hell of a lot of friends, and he's left as a popular lad who people really look up to and think a lot of because of the challenges that he's overcome.
Congratulations, lad.
He's a lad who's got some real emotional intelligence and some real integrity, and he's somebody who kids look up to, which says a lot because kids can be quite cutting and quite biting and not particularly nice at times. And the fact that he's got as much respect from people as he has, I think, says a lot about him.
There was one of you sitting here that actually hated it in Year 7 because, unfortunately, some people bullied him. And he wanted to leave. And in Year 7, he had an attendance of about 34% because he didn't have a voice then. And he's got one now. So, Mushy, where are you? This is taking a lot, but he wanted to show just what we've and you've done for him.
Oh, damn. Come on. I want to thank you today for letting me speak in front of all of you. I want to especially thank Mr. Burton for helping me overcome my stammer. The school has helped me improve so much that I do not have enough words to tell you all how. I really am going to miss the school, the teachers, the students, and just the whole high school environment. It's good. I don't have a dream to work at a call center, or else I would be fired the same day. I really want to thank you all for listening, and I hope the best for all of you, to all my fellow students and teachers.
You don't know how proud I am of you right now. Well done.
Mush? Mush? Whatever it is, you've done your best and that's all you can do.
Oh, yes.
Relationships are absolutely crucial for a school to be successful. And that might be relationships between staff and students, but it can also be between the school itself and the community which it serves. And I think we're blessed here that staff and students do have very positive relationships. You know, you wouldn't see staff bending over backwards to try and help students as much as they do if there wasn't that strength of relationship. If those staff didn't see just that glint of something in every student's eye that thinks you're worthwhile. And I think, slowly but surely, I think the kids here now believe that. And if students are going to go out of here and be successful in life, however you measure success, I think that's been bred here. And that makes me absolutely proud.